Hi, welcome to City of Hope. My name is Jasmine and I am your host. Very grateful to be here with you today. If this is your first time watching the show, the City of Hope is a beacon of light and hope for the city of Manchester to bring resources and to help end suffering. We bring on all different kinds of resources on this show, whether it is about addiction treatment, whether it is about getting resources out to people that are struggling with poverty, that need housing, that need food. We like to extend resources for anything that we can do to help end suffering. And if we can help just one person with this show today, then we have done our job. We are so grateful for our guests today. We have my friends here from Better Life Partners. And I have known of Better Life Partners in the community now for years, but have recently started working very closely with Sherry. So I have been able to learn a lot more about Better Life Partners and what it is that you guys really do to get out there in the community to serve those in need, and I think that you guys do a beautiful job and you have wonderful outreach and you really do try to eliminate barriers of those suffering that need any kind of resource. So I'm excited for you guys to come on the show and tell us about us today. Sherry, why don't you introduce yourself first?
Yes, my name is Shari, and I have been with Better Life Partners for over a year now. I work in the growth team, business development. I kind of boots on the ground, go out, get the word out there. So I always like to say connection is most important.
Yes, opposite
And
of
so
addiction
I
is
think,
connection.
yes, the opposite of addiction is connection. So the connection where the growth team is very important to us to connect. Connect in the community, to show resources, services, to meet with our partnerships, to meet with other people like-minded. So my job is I go out and either, holy cow,
Where you go, I can help you with this. I see you all over. You go out to all the different resources, community partners, right?
We do.
You are. If there is any event that has community partners there, you're there.
Yes.
I see your face everywhere.
Yes.
And you are educating people and you are letting them know. I see you at events for individuals in need.
Yes.
Educating them, letting them know. You do so much. You're always out there.
Yes.
I see your face everywhere.
So we like,
Yes.
thank you.
Yeah.
So we like to connect with anybody and everybody. We believe in low barrier treatment.
Mm-hmm.
So we offer medicated assisted treatment for opioid addiction and alcohol. We do mental health support and we do a wraparound care, which is great because we like to think that we are low barrier. Less obstacles is better because we already know that people in treatment and that come out after having treatment just need as little obstacles as they can to get to where they're going. We like to say we meet people where they're at, and everybody is different, and everybody's recovery is different.
Yeah.
So we like to be, sometimes it's not one size fits all. I think that's one of our biggest, and I think our greatest things is today it may not be your day, but tomorrow may be your day, and that's okay. So we want to be there and getting the word out, I think, is what's most important. I do spend a lot of time on the road and connecting with partners and connecting. And it doesn't matter, I guess, the people that we connect with, all sorts. There's things I do. I've gone to encampments. We do, so we do, shelters. So we do shelters. We also do residentials. We do IOPs, PHPs. And when I say I do, I mean we work with them. So we work with all walks of life, and we work everybody in different stages of their recovery.
Right, sober living, people in independent living.
Yes, to get in the community and have support in the community. Also,
you've just already discussed so much that you already do, but I want to make sure our viewers understand what those things are. What is medicated assisted treatment?
So we offer Suboxone, and we also do, so people coming off addiction need some support and need some help, and sometimes they need medication to get them. So we offer that. We also offer injectables. We do Sublocade and Brixadi, and we also do medication for alcohol addiction.
Okay.
Uh,
So that's and so when you say medicated assisted treatment, so these individuals can come in and get these medications, and for our viewers that might not know, these medications help with cravings, right?
Yes, they
to help
do.
eliminate cravings for an individual, because yes, we can get an individual sober, but we have to help teach them new habits to
Yes.
stay sober. And so you guys also offer treatment with that as well.
Yes.
And it's also low barrier, so you have created a treatment plan for individuals, so and that eliminates excuses. Like absolutely, you work Monday through Friday, we get it, but we have groups at this hour during the day, and so you can still come and get the treatment that you need so you can be successful in your recovery.
And that's a big part of the treatment too,
Yes.
Jasmine. So part of the medication is a huge piece of it, right? We want to make sure people
Yeah.
are feeling well, not in withdrawal.
By the way, real quick, Larry.
So sorry, this is Larry.
Yes.
This is my partner in crime.
Thank you so
Larry.
much for having us today, Jasmine. Yeah, I'm
Yes.
Larry Watson. I'm the operations manager for Better Life Partners here in New Hampshire in this market. But to your point, the medication is a huge piece, right? We want to make sure people are feeling well and they're healthy. The other part is the weekly groups or maybe bi-weekly groups that people are attending, because the support, the medication is a huge piece, right? We want to make sure people are feeling well, but we also want them to feel supported. And addiction isn't just what you're feeling. It's also, your mental health, the support you need, the connection that we've kind of already mentioned, and that's what happens in our weekly groups. I mean, our groups are primarily almost all virtual. So like you were saying, all walks of life, people are working 9 to 5, right? So we have groups in the evenings, we have Saturday groups, we have groups that people can attend and get support with licensed counselors. Within those groups too are medical providers. We have an outstanding group of counselors and medical providers that are very aligned with our mission, which is primarily harm reduction. To talk more about the low barrier treatment that we offer, harm reduction is basically our bread and butter. That's what we do. We want to make sure that we're meeting people wherever they are on the spectrum of recovery. They may be just thinking about it. They may not want to be in recovery. They may be there because someone told them they had to be. We support you there. There may be someone in our groups that have been with us for 5 years now, and they still appreciate the support, and they're doing amazing. So it's a spectrum of individuals that we provide treatment to, and we're glad to just meet people on the road where they are.
And so outside of group therapy, do you guys offer individual therapy? So individualized therapy, so they can continue with that, which is, there's tons of evidence to prove how individual therapy can really help benefit someone. And then you guys also have a mental health track. Tell me about that.
Yeah, so our mental health track, so a lot of folks, when Shari was talking about people maybe discharging from residential treatment programs, maybe they've been in a PHP program for 90 days somewhere, right, partial hospitalization. So people are having a difficult time, as we know, connecting to providers once they're out of treatment.
Yes.
There's long waits, there's not a lot of providers available, so we're able to help them in the interim. That's primarily where our mental health program lies. We can provide support ongoing. Primarily, we want to make sure we're providing a bridge for the people leaving places. I can't get an appointment for 8 weeks. I need this medication, or we know their recovery is at jeopardy without the mental health medication support for almost everyone.
So I have a question real quick.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do I have to be in your medicated assisted treatment program to receive your mental health services?
Fabulous question.
Very
and
fabulous.
the answer is yes.
Okay.
Yeah, primarily we treat substance use disorders.
Okay.
But we support all ranges of health for people.
Yeah.
But if somebody was just, say, looking for, I have anxiety, I don't have a substance use disorder, but I'm anxious and I need support medically, with medication-wise, we can't necessarily support those individuals at this time. So it's a great distinction that you make. So for folks that primarily have alcohol use disorder, stimulant use disorder, alcohol use disorder, opioids, that's kind of the way in to our program, to make sure that we're providing that primary support, and then whatever mental health medications you may need to treat in between as a bridge, or possibly ongoing, depending on the individual.
Okay, and then also, I'm a candidate. I'm eligible to come to you for mental health treatment. So you prescribe me medications. Do I receive therapy or anything like that with you guys for my mental health as well?
So being part of the program with substance use disorder, yes.
Okay.
So you would have to do the same program that everybody does. So we offer Zoom meetings, and you would do that once a week. And then eventually you can step down if you'd like to after you have some time. So there for about 45 minutes to an hour once a week, and the doctor comes in once a month. It's run by a LADAC counselor.
Yep.
I think it's up to 12 people that are in the meeting.
Okay.
It's great because they're flexible.
Yeah.
So we also know people in recovery work,
Yeah.
have duties, have things to do, have juggling stuff, juggling schedules, juggling this kind of stuff. So we have them in the morning, afternoon, and at night. So hopefully it fits into their schedule. I think that's the most important is your accountability, one, is important, but two, structure and stability, but having the time, because everybody knows to juggle things. So I think along with that, offering the medication, the mental health is very important because, like where Larry said, we also deal a lot with Department of Corrections and people on probation and parole who are getting released and coming, reentry. So in that, you figure the first 24 hours they have to check in, see their probation officer, see their parole officer, have a plan on
Yeah.
where they're going to go to be successful.
That's like a
Um,
really good point because an individual that's incarcerated, leaving that situation, it's pretty challenging. And so you guys, hypothetically speaking, I'm incarcerated. I'm leaving today to go to my sober living house. You guys make sure and you work with the jail that I'm all set up for when I get out, so that I don't have to miss any of my doses or anything. That's amazing.
Yeah.
I didn't come. So we do offer with that, which helps if they're working with a person inside. As far as usually they have case managers.
Yep.
We work with them directly, which is great to offer, again, the low barriers to make sure things are most helpful when they get out. We can do it prior a couple days. They do like an initial intake to the first day out. They can have an appointment to where ease their mind. They're not panicking to think, oh my goodness. And we know coming out of residential or sometimes coming out of programs, coming out of, after being incarcerated, you get a certain amount of prescription. Could be 7 days, could be a
Right.
little bit more. And majority of people wait till their 6th or 7th day and go,
Right.
oh, no,
Yes.
I don't have any.
Yes.
So I think
Yeah.
also that's what's important that we offer is same day service.
Yes, let's talk about that because that is huge. And so when we are dealing with people that struggle with substance use disorder and mental health, it is not a behavioral thing, right? We have to understand the nature of the disorder. So as someone who works in treatment, I do sometimes get frustrated when the client tells me the day of that they're out of their medication, but then I need to have love, tolerance, and grace and understand that most likely this is not a behavioral issue. They're doing the best that they can. Tell us about your same-day services.
With that, again, like I say, it is very overwhelming. I know just in general to have appointments and things that you're juggling, less appointments are better.
Yeah.
If everything you can do to consolidate. So same day service, we have them say they're able to call in, get into what we would say, which Larry can kind of talk a little bit more about that. But we offer that the same day they call, they were able to get a prescription and get established.
Okay.
And then they would continue.
Yeah, we can talk about the specifics of that too, because what does it look like for someone calling in their first day? So they're calling in, they're speaking to a member of our central team. So our central team is an amazing group of people. They're all over the country, but they're all folks that have worked with us for a while. They're going to do a quick screening, and it's quick. It's about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So anyone that's in an intake for services before, sometimes those are hours. Now, there are steps that need to be taken after, but we try to make this as quick and painless as possible. So they call in, they'll speak to a member of our central team, quick screen, demographic information, insurance info. Insurance or not insurance, it's a big point to make. We will take anyone regardless of their insurance status.
I'm going to table that. I want to come back to
Of
that.
course,
That's
yeah.
important.
It's a huge piece of what we're able to offer. So they'll do a quick screening, get that information, and then they get sent over to one of our medical providers virtually. So to speak to one of our medical providers, that's probably a little bit longer, might be a half hour, 40 minutes, depending on how much someone has to share, right? Some folks are very like, this is all I need. Some folks need to talk a little bit more. We'll take the time with you. Our providers are fabulous. They will take the time with you, speak to you, talk to you more about the process, and then if they're eligible and everyone agrees on, well, between the member, we call our clients members just for the distinction, and the medical provider agree with the services, then they're sending a prescription over that they can fill within 2 hours. So you could call at noon and pretty much have a prescription by 3 p.m. to your local pharmacy anywhere in the state of New Hampshire. So it's for rural areas up north, sometimes out west, services are very few and far between. So that's the beauty of the virtual part of what we offer.
Let's also talk about, I want to go back to insurance as well, but you guys, I mean, City of Hope, the show is about, you know, a hope for the city of Manchester, but really you guys service, let's talk about all the places you service, because
Yeah.
it's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is. I mean, Better Life Partners, the partner part of that is we partner with other organizations, these other amazing organizations throughout New Hampshire. We're partnered with the Keene Serenity Center out in Keene.
They're awesome. Shout out to them.
Shout
Yeah.
out Keene
We
Serenity
love
Center.
them.
SOS out in the Seacoast.
Yes, yes.
We partner here in Manchester. My most important, because I work with them daily, are the 12 Ministries.
Okay,
The
yeah.
1269 Cafe.
Yeah.
On Union Street. We're embedded in there. We're there Monday through Friday from 9 to 4:30.
Yeah.
Our office just happens to be located within that, and we could have a whole show about them in particular, about the
Oh.
services that they offer for
We
our
should
community.
actually.
We really should. Craig and Mary Chevalier,
Yeah.
they are the founders of the 1269 Ministries.
I'd love to get them on.
They would love to come in.
Okay.
Mary will
Make
talk
sure I
to you
get
for-
their information.
I will. I'll
Yeah.
give it to
Yeah.
you. Mary will talk to you for 30 minutes.
Okay,
but-
awesome. Let's go, Mary.
No issues there. Yeah, love her. They're amazing. They're just an
Awesome.
amazing people. They've done so much for this
Yeah.
community, and I think more people should know about it. But we've been partnered with them for over 5 years, and we've been embedded within their building, and graciously they've let us set up there. Up north, Mount Washington Valley supports recovery. TLC out in Claremont. So these are places
Yeah.
that we are partnered with throughout New Hampshire.
Are you partnered with Revive?
Yes, Revive Recovery in
yes,
Nashua.
yes.
Thank you. I'm probably missing very important ones. ARC out in Milford.
Yeah, you guys are everywhere.
Everywhere.
You really are.
So our providers are at those locations at least monthly.
Right. So I wanted to address that real quick, because if someone outside of Manchester, and hopefully the show does reach outside of Manchester,
Sure.
you don't got to come to Manchester, right?
No, you
Right.
don't.
What
at
is,
all.
what is the so I live up north,
Mm-hmm.
and limited services up north, less than
Yes.
we have here in the city.
Mm.
How does someone call you? How do we
Yeah.
get a hold of you?
So, I mean, my first recommendation would be if this is something you're interested even in discussing, there's no commitment. You could call our toll-free number. It's 866-679-0831. Also, betterlifepartners.com. Google us. We're very easy to find. So that would be the best way to get into contact with us immediately. Our call center is open from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. So the hours are
Can I just walk into one of your partnered locations?
good question. So, sort of.
Okay. Yep.
It's a nuanced answer. So, again, our Manchester office, which is located at 456 Union Street, within the 1269 Cafe. It's an old school building. It used to be the St. Casimir School at one point, but we are there Monday through Friday from 9 to 4:30. So, could people walk in and start receiving services with us? Absolutely. But if you're not in the Manchester area, and that's important to know. You make a good point for folks that, I mean, I don't know how they would be seeing this, but if you don't have a phone, which is a lot of our members don't have
Right.
phones, so folks do walk in and utilize us to attend their meetings, to talk to the provider. So we're there. The other locations, not necessarily. However, like SOS on the Seacoast, you could walk into one of those locations, say, I need to speak to Better Life Partners. They'll get you on a phone.
Okay. Yes.
They'll let you use a
so
laptop.
still, we could still eliminate crises, even though your staff isn't in there on that day to see
Exactly.
them. They could still get same day
we're-
services.
Exactly.
Yes, we're available. That's where I come in too with business development growth. So I work all over New Hampshire. So I work with resources all over, whether it's resource centers, whether it's shelters, whether it's, we even put stuff, libraries. I even do like laundromats, different stuff, just put up flyers, cards. It's just leaving them where somebody may walk past it, see it. We do a lot of events. We try to just show our face to where they're known. Again, the resource centers that we work with are big and know us word of mouth. And it's just us traveling and getting out there to know people and connecting.
Let's talk about the insurance piece.
Yes.
What do you guys? Who do you serve for insurance? Like, what kind of insurance providers should someone have?
Yep.
Yeah.
Good question. So I think that everyone. I mean, the short answer is
I
everyone,
love
but
that.
I
yes.
can go into that a
I
little bit
knew
more.
that, but I wanted them to
Yeah.
know
No,
that.
it's important
yes.
for people
yes.
to know because services can be expensive. Right?
Yes.
So,
and it can be hard.
And some people aren't working yet.
Yeah.
And a lot of times this is a tough job market that we happen to be in right now. So some people are having trouble. Some are only able to get 15 hours a week and they don't offer health insurance. So to answer your question, all insurances. So certainly state-funded Medicaid, so AmeriHealth, New Hampshire Healthy Families, WellSense, we take all of those plans. Commercial insurance plans, Anthem, Blue Cross Blue Shield, Optum, Harvard Pilgrim, they're changing names every day,
Right,
but
yes.
basically the full spectrum. And what we were talking about before is you can absolutely start services with us without insurance.
What if I have
Medicare,
Medicare?
Yes, we take
absolutely
Medicare.
take
Yes,
Medicare
that's
as
a
well.
huge obstacle right now too
Yes.
in New Hampshire. It's so hard, but yes, we do. We would
In the
never
last
turn
24
anybody away.
hours, have had 2 individuals with Medicare reach out to me, looking for support with treatment. Yes.
It
It's
is
hard to
tough,
find,
but
yep.
that's why it takes a village. That's why we
Right.
all work together and we
Yes.
communicate. New Hampshire is amazing for that, outside of Manchester too, but just in general in New Hampshire, I find the business development team and anybody with resources, we all try to connect each other, and we all try to work together. I have some go-to people where we can call and say, hey, listen, I have a person who, they may not need our services, but they need different services. And we can send them there. And it's just something, like I said, it takes a village, and it's just working together, meeting people where they're at, low barrier. What is it that you need today? Where are you at? And we know sometimes too when people want treatment or services, it's that window of time.
Right,
It's that,
yes.
and it could be like, it goes along too with like waiting till the last day of their medication, and things like that. It's not a behavioral thing. It's just learning. It's learning a new way to do things. And it's tough. So to offer as much support as we can, low barrier, as simple as possible, to where they're like, hey, Shari, could you help me, find services for this or that? I'm going to connect them where I can and try to help them as much as possible.
And everyone knows Shari, so yes.
And if not, there's tons of people I can connect them to.
Yes.
And usually I typically like to talk, so I do know a lot of people. Absolutely.
Yeah, and we're certainly stronger together, right? Working with other.
Yeah, it
What
is.
always kind of amazed me in starting in recovery services a number of years ago, I thought, well, there's probably a lot of competition, especially when a lot
Yeah.
of other treatment centers, national treatment centers, started moving into the area to sort of respond to the opioid crisis years ago. And I thought, well, this is going to be tough. And it was completely opposite of what I expected.
Yeah.
It was a lot of people, this network of folks, treatment
is.
centers, outpatient providers, individual providers, all working together. I didn't anticipate that, and it's cool. I mean, you see it far
That
more
is-
than I do, but we're certainly stronger together
Yeah.
Yes.
in offering these services.
It just pops in my head, and then I'm like, oh. But
Yes.
thinking that too, Laura, I say we work with different programs. We also work with individuals, like individual therapists, or standalone places or counseling places. It doesn't have to be that it has to be a big name. We work
Right.
with doctors' offices. We have referrals from all over hospitals. Sometimes they're doctors outside of the hospitals, outside of places that refer to us. So that's where we try to stay connected.
Which brings
and
up
building.
another good point for our viewers to know. So if you or a loved one is struggling, in some type of way, but you don't think the Better Life Partners has the support or services that you need, you can reach out to them
100%.
because they are connected all over the state and outside of the state too, truthfully as
Yes.
well. And so if they don't have what you're looking for, they can help you get connected to what it is that you're looking for.
Right. And again, I'm not sure how far your audience reaches, but I mean, we have services in Vermont, Maine, Massachusetts, North Carolina. So we're expanding. I know that we're sort of Manchester focused here, but there could be maybe somebody watching and has a family member in Massachusetts or
Right.
Maine. We exist in those areas as well. So
We got to get you on all the shows.
I know,
You guys
right?
are going on
Spread
tour.
everywhere.
all right,
So-
Charlie. Well, yeah, we'll take
And
a road trip.
I can connect you with that. And so that's a lot of what I do is spreading
Yeah.
the word and getting out there. If there's ever a place that I need to go, and usually it's an organic thing. Someone will say, oh my goodness, let's put you in touch with, I bet they
Yeah.
would really like your services. I bet they would really need your services. They would benefit from it. So that's where it grows. And then people get connected and they're like, oh my gosh, maybe we could use this. Let's work together. And even if it's not today, again, maybe it's tomorrow. And that's okay, but just putting that in the back of their head of thinking, the services that we do offer and the things that we do offer, I want to, stand out. And again, if it's not our services, and we are true believer in meeting people where they're at, and maybe not ready, and that's okay.
Yeah, or maybe they're just looking for another form
Yeah,
of treatment.
exactly,
Yeah.
or something that works for them.
Which is
so
one
we
of
can
the
lead
reasons
them.
too. Also, this is just like my personal opinion, right? That like naturally attracted to me to start learning more about Better Life Partners recently, is you had talked about like all the competition in the area as treatment providers, and I have experienced that at times, right? But I don't like the way that feels, and so I choose to, when it is my choice, to not really engage with those individuals, right? Because like I'm doing this because I want to help people. And so I really try to partner and collaborate with individuals that really want to help people, and that is one thing that I have experienced with Better Life Partners. It's not like, well, you didn't call, you're not, it's like, what can we do to help? Or if they can't help, that's great, you got that person help. That's awesome, and that has wholeheartedly, genuinely been my experience thus far. Yeah.
That's awesome. That warms my heart because again, that's where I come in.
Yeah.
It's huge for me to think that too. Like I don't want to be pushy. I'm not pushy. Very laid back.
Yeah.
And offer the services and know that when you do call, like I am going to be there. It's not one size fits all.
Right.
It's again meeting people where they're at. So there are tons of services out there. And I want you to know those services because I want you to pick the one that's right for the person at the time
Right.
and the member at the time is what
And that
it
comes from the top down.
to.
Organization wide,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
what our senior leaders,
That's
that's always
awesome.
been the
Yeah.
way
I
that
love that. I've
throughout-
got to meet them.
I mean, you really should. I mean, that has
Yes.
always been, it's never wavered. I worked for Better Life Partners back in 2021, and the mission has not changed.
Yeah.
Our mission is always the same, and it's always been that collaboration, those pieces. That's why we have people like Shari. I mean, believe it or not, we have a few Shari. You know what I mean? That's
Yes,
what's so
I know.
incredible in different markets. Like there's none of that, and there's no point in trying to be like, you didn't call, or this person that. There's no give and take. There's what can I do for the individual that's on the phone at the time. If it's not us, it's okay.
Yeah.
But the whole point is to be in the community and getting people the services they may need.
The New Hampshire business development reps for a multitude of treatment centers are all in not like all different kinds of treatment are all in a group chat together, and there's no cattiness, there's no competing. It's just like, hey, like this is what I have today, or if someone reaches out to me and I can't help them, and put in, you know what I mean, and everyone's just genuinely guiding them in the right direction. Everyone's letting everyone know about their events. We're all going the best we can to show up and support them, because we're all in this mission together.
We are.
And that's what we need to be, a united front,
And that's where I say that's a big thing that I like to tell caseworkers, clinicians. A lot of times people don't realize the resources that are out there, as well as I learn every day the resources that are out there. And that's why it's big to ask questions and do things. So when I have meetings, the biggest thing I like to say is, listen, utilize me. I can
Yeah.
save a lot of time. Everybody knows in healthcare, everybody's short. We all work a lot, but if we work together, it's better in numbers and working together. So I do offer them with that BD chat is great
It is
because I
awesome.
can get answers, within a few minutes and and the support is out there, which is amazing through New Hampshire, how we all work together and network together. The support is great.
I
It's a
agree.
great feeling.
We're out of time.
Wow.
Yeah,
Alrighty.
we're out of time.
So we'll be back next week.
Yes,
I know, right?
absolutely. I want to, in case someone missed it, how do they contact you?
Sure, absolutely.
Yes.
One more time, yes. So for if you or someone you love is in need of services or have any questions, please reach out to us at 866-679-0831, betterlifepartners.com. Google Better Life Partners. You'll absolutely find us. And please call with anything.
All right, fantastic. Thank you guys so much
Thank
for coming
you.
on. Thank you
Thank
guys
you.
for watching, and we will see you next time.